Man, that was an awesome Unmasked show. Got to relax, hang out with the kicker blanket, be nice and warm and toasty, and watch John and Jacob do awesome stuff with blowing up speakers. What cooler topics are there? Man, I cannot wait to do some blowing of speakers on this channel. Eventually we will do it. An awesome show. John and Jacob, you guys did great. Ernie, Bill Frog, J-Dub, you know the rest. So, let's have an awesome show tonight. I missed you guys Friday. We're going to have a cool show. If it's a little slower, I'll let you know. If not, hang tight, have a good time, and I'll see you guys in about 3 minutes. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. What is up, everyone? Yeah, living loud with Andy. We know the deal. We know the schmeal. What's going on, everyone? Appreciate you guys here. Bobby B needs a blanket. Note taken. Appreciate you guys tuning in. This is the Unmasked Aftershow. Feeling a little wonky, not going to lie to you guys. Just new medications. Went to the doctors yesterday just for allergies and a few things that I have to take care of. And a little out of it. So if the stream goes a little sideways, let me know. Nah, just kidding, guys. But honestly, you know what? I'm happy to be here. I missed you guys Friday. A terrible accident that we witnessed, and just needed a little reboot anyway, just with life. And we had a good time that weekend, and happy to be back. And an awesome show that Unmasked Kicker had tonight, man. I love to see stuff blow up, testings, thermal capabilities. Lots of questions were answered tonight. Awesome show, man. Guys did great. Appreciate you guys tuning in. What's going on, Paul? Thank you for tuning in, man. What is up, everybody? We got Brian. Bubba wants a blanket. I know, it's like, man, I don't know if I should show everyone these blankets, but I'm like, This is too cool not to show everyone. 50th anniversary kicker blanket just for the Unmasked shows only. That was the clause in the note. Use this for Unmasked shows only. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to abide by that. Appreciate you guys, and Kicker, thank you for sending those out. T-Powell, let's go. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. We got Kicker Club, Jason Stokes, Glenn McPherson, hey Andy, Barry Dunmeyer, Joe Cook, DJ Bass. Appreciate you guys tuning in from Kicker Club, man. Appreciate you guys. Really, really do. Deviant for life. I guess the stream can start so I can go hop back over there and do the whole schmeal again just for Deviant. Appreciate you tuning in, man. And we got 25 here. Who else do we got? Dub Team. Speaking of Dub Team, and tonight, well, I made a post about it, but until 12 o'clock, all the merch is going to turn into pumpkins. No, the discount will be gone. We have a 25% discount going on tonight until 11:59 p.m. This is Dub Collection Round 2. This stuff is just awesome. The t-shirts, the designs, I got a few laid out there for you guys, man. And he does awesome work with everything. And I lowered the prices to begin with of what I bring in. I try to keep all the t-shirts under $20. You know, just to make you guys, you know, I don't need a bunch of money from this stuff, but I want to be able to get you guys merch and rep, man. I appreciate you guys, and Dub, thank you so much for everything. That decal is just awesome. Like, I love that. If you want to grab a sticker or a mouse pad, same old, that design is awesome. I actually had to talk to Spreadshirt about the design, just with colors and stuff like that, and she could not stop talking about it. She's like, I love your design. So, Dub, kudos to you, man. Kibo got second place tonight on the Unmasked show. Congratulations, Kibo. And I missed it in the beginning. I guess they ran out of Cush NCs. Man, that's sad. It's very sad, but I knew it's inevitable. It was going to happen. And but you know what? Better yet, you guys are getting Bullfrog 100s. These things are just great, man. And it's like a JBL Flip 5, the size comparison and the sound quality. But it's Kicker, man, and it's awesome. And it's cool that they're giving those out for the first place prize winners. And speaking of Kibo, got second place. It's okay, Kibo. You still got the Tabor 2s, man. Those things are awesome. I use those all the time. And I think Acoustical Arts actually got the first Bullfrog 100. So that's pretty cool, man. All right, let me scroll down here. No, 25, I am not. You know, what it does is just kind of makes you a little loopy. That's all. Just say I have a hard time sleeping, you know? Sleeping and allergies and taking everything at once. You can't do that. Let's see. You think the doctor would say something, though. No, just go ahead. Go full tilt boogie. Gain all the way. Bass boost all the way. CM bass enclosures, thank you for tuning in. Good to hear you are well. Appreciate you, man. And thank you. You know, what happened with my friend, just going through the stuff that happened on Friday. You know, it's not like we knew these people personally, but just seeing it happen, unfolding, and someone passing away that was, you know, looked perfectly fine. And you see that, it does a number on you. I don't care who you are. And really, my friend Taylor, big time too, because he was there most of the time holding the guy's hand. And prayers out to their family, man. You know, there's not much you can do. They apprehended the drunk driver that hit him, and found them actually hiding underneath a bed in a hotel down the road. So, you know, everything goes around, comes around. It's a shame, but, you know, that's why we have to just pray for, you know, every day we do have. You never know when it could be your last. Bobby B, you are welcome. We got to get you a blanket. I mean, it's Bobby B. Bobby B, baby. Bobby B. I got a clip for you, Bobby. I'll have to throw it up Friday. You know, with these live streams, it's like you don't want to do too much, you know, but you don't want to do nothing either. And it's like, oh, man, maybe I need an ATM that's bigger with 8 switches, you know, just so I can do all these different things and have all this stuff and more cameras. I got you Friday, Bobby. Appreciate ya. Live from Burkett Zoo or Disneyland, one of the two. Kibo says, fun fact, I won the Bullfrog, the first contest I entered. Okay, so you won. I know that they gave away Bullfrogs on the original Unmasked, I believe. Bobby B, Andy, since Kicker is out of cushions, are they planning to come out with something new? Not that I know of. I haven't heard anything. Now, with that kind of stuff, a few things are going to pop up here and there, you know, because they like having that kind of merchandise. But it's not, you know, it's not their Wild Stallion, you know. Everything else is. And, you know, with the Bullfrog 400s being discontinued, the amphitheaters, you know, not coming back, you know, there's a lot of competition, and you got to do things that are kind of smart. Now, with the headphone department, that's a different field, so I don't really know. And a lot of the problems was because of the DSP chips, and the Bullfrog 400s and the 200s had a more fancier chip, put it that way. And same thing with the Cush NCs. These things are very top of the line for headphones with DSP and just how they sound. Over the Tabor 2s, you can hear a difference just with a flat signal going in and out. These do a lot of the hard work for you. And that's the value in that too. And, you know, I hope they come out with something, but I mean, even the Tabors, even if that's all they got, it still rocks, man. Andy's always a little loopy though. Exactly, Deviant, you know. Just can't sleep at night half the time. That's all. No problem. Cornut, glad I got my Cush NCs. I got them for second place prize. First place that week was a full system. Ah, man. I remember when they were giving out whole systems. It was kind of crazy. You know, and they were like switching it up every week. But that's a lot, man. And then, you know, it's like we do these shows every week. And it's like a lot of it is for you guys to tune in every time, you know? The Cornuts, the Bobbas, the 25s, the Deviants, the Bobbies, the just SJCs, everybody's, you know, and they do a lot of that for you guys. And obviously there's a reason too of, you know, marketing, but they went pretty wild in the beginning, and it's not like they don't do it all the time. They still give out pretty cool, bigger prizes like the systems and stuff. And I can just imagine when the L7X is released and readily available, where they got, you know, like they are overflowing in the back room. I'm sure they're going to do a few of those giveaways too. And there's still some that people won on the original UnMasked show that never got their L7X yet. And, you know, they won one back then 2 years ago. So I don't know, man. I'm excited to see what they got coming down the line. And they're always got something up their sleeve, I'm telling you guys. And Cornut, I mean, he's winning too many. It is definitely rigged. You know, he's got the Cush NCs, and he got a 50% off discount code for my last Kicking with Andy show. Man, this guy. Yeah, I mean, if you tune in, you can win, guys. The odds are in your favor. Solo X headphones, I'm feeling it. Todd Peterson, thank you for tuning in. What is up? Yeah, exactly, Cornut. Exactly. I do have my second camera going. This is the GoPro. I do like it over here. There's no like time delay with the iPhone and stuff. But hey, it works. And you know what? It's always going to be a cool show. I try my best. I really do. Sean Lynn, is there a sound quality difference between a square and round woofer? Man, you could really get into that. I don't know. If you throw a square rock into a pond, does it make square waves? No, they're round. And it does boil down to that, but then there are also other variables too of just, you know, how the driver's being kept linear and how sound waves are rarefying, rectifying in the enclosure in your car. There's a million variables, and I feel like 99% of us are not going to be able to tell the difference. And unless you're trying to build something in such a way, then maybe there could be a difference. But I don't see a huge difference just when the square woofers are done right, just like when a round woofer's done right. It'll sound great. Appreciate you tuning in, Sean. I try to get back to a lot of your guys' messages. Just always busy, always got something going on, man. I got people blowing me up, and I feel bad, but it's like, I do have a life on the side too that's not car audio, even though it overflows into my life, let me tell you. But you know, I try to keep some things separate, and it's like, man, just join me on my live. If you got questions, this is what I'm here to do. Just hang out and ask away, and I try to, you know, go into detail with each and one of you guys, just because it is a live show, and this is like a free-for-all kind of show. It's not, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. That's Kicking with Andy to a point. And maybe some other shows, and because they want to have a topic. I like to do free-for-all stuff, and that's probably what we're going to do on the next Kicking with Andy show, where I'm going to answer just your guys' questions like how we normally do, but just I might have a few topics on the side just in case we run out of questions, but I know you guys are going to come with the questions. Oh, man. You know, right before the show, I was like, man, maybe I should blow a speaker for you guys, but I'm like, man, I don't have anything set up yet. And I do have a speaker that I can just blow. I don't even care. And I do have a new temperature sensor, so I could do it. It's not no fancy flim de fleur heat sensor, but, you know, just to show you guys, you know, and I did that one on Discord, and that was only DC power, and I kind of should have recorded that with some audio. But I want to do it live eventually. Amen. Now, where them Solo XL7s in West by Virginia? Yes. They are coming very soon. Let's see, who's that from here? Mom's watching on Kicker Club. Love you, Mom. Garrick's watching on Kicker Club. My friend, brother from another mother. Thank you for tuning in, Garrick. Oh, Michael Blair. Yeah, you know, you guys are going to find out first from the UnMasked show or Kicker. I feel like you guys are going to find out first if you follow the Kicker page on Facebook. Kicker Club, Kicker YouTube, UnMasked, Living Loud with Andy. Kicker page. You're going to find out first. And then down the line, eventually wherever. You know, I'm hoping, you know, maybe by the end of March. If they're not here by Slamology, that might be a little bit of an issue, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I feel like, if anything, you're going to be able to go to Slamology and be like, hey, I like these L7X woofers they got in this Bronco. I'm going to buy 3. And then you just, you know, scan a QR code, get a little discount or something. Who knows? I mean, shoot. The possibilities are endless, really, with Kicker, because they want to take care of you guys. And if it wasn't for you guys, they wouldn't have a company. So I don't know. I'm just some random YouTuber guy that kind of endorses them all the time. So I don't know. We'll see. Take my words for granted. Don't take my words for granted. But I would hope. We got DIY Audio Guy. Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you. I did miss a lot of the end of the year show last night just because we actually had an extra employee, so we had 5 people working last night. And, you know, I wear my headphones and I listen to you guys, and a lot of them know, you know, I'm usually listening to podcasts, your guys' stuff, or music. But when there's so many people in a little area, it's kind of hard to be like, I'm going to keep my headphones on. So, appreciate you tuning in, man. Sorry I missed out last night. Ivan, the Basshead, thank you for tuning in. Love your show. Any Kicker giveaways? Absolutely. Every other Tuesday, actually. Next Tuesday, tune in. 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, here. Obviously, it's the same prizes as Kicker Unmasked, but we do a little extra, and we throw in a 50% off discount code, good for pretty much ever. Save it for your grandchildren. Now, man, I wouldn't do that. That'd be really hard. But it's for, you know, for life. Really, it is. And, man, you can buy a lot of stuff. There is no limit. Appreciate you tuning in. You won 8 Kicker HQ. I mean, I don't know if Steve's going to go with that one. Baba said you didn't even know you won. Oh, for Abstract Acoustics. Yes. All right, now that's too far. When are you doing that Cookie Monster giveaway, man? That is my pride and possession. I actually am going to have Seth come over, and we're actually going to start on the doors the last week of February for the ST series speakers. I can't wait. I can't wait. Tom Williams, can't wait to meet you, man. Great show. Nice studio. Thank you, man. I will definitely see you in the lanes here. I'll try to go out to more of the Mecha shows this summer, just because, you know, I just need to, you know. I know you go out to those, so I appreciate you tuning in. I know with the UnMasked show today, with just talking about clipping and square waves and power and cooling properties, that was right up my alley. I'm like sitting there the whole time like, oh yeah, this is good, this is good, this is good. And, you know, it can't be stressed enough, you know, with music that is not produced good, you know, and you're getting those square waves in there because the track is maxing out. That is a square wave, just maxing out. You're hitting the ceiling. And they did it with just a square wave on the same amount of power versus a sine wave on the same amount of power. And I didn't even think that there was going to be a difference just because it's not a clipped signal. It's just a wave that's square. But the woofer is not moving all the time. It's kind of staying put because the wave is square. If you could slow down time, you would see the speaker go up and hang when the other one would kind of keep going, and then it would be a smooth action. And I feel like that hang is where you just create heat, you're not cooling down, you're not moving, compared to the other one. And I thought that was really good, and I didn't even think about that, because I'm like, I can play square waves, they're not gonna make my subwoofer get hot. But when you put a lot more power to it, that's when you will see a lot bigger of a difference of clip versus not clip. Now, if you are clipping your amplifier, I feel like what happens too, on top of the wave being square, where the amplifier really just becomes inefficient and it just starts dumping a ton of power more, so at least on the current side of your electrical, you know, your voltage just starts dropping a lot more significantly and you're not really producing any more power. And I would love to learn more about that. My buddy DJ is actually going to be giving me a speaker kicker cookbook. And man, I cannot wait to get my fingers on it and just read it and learn more about this stuff, because I love to know everything about everything as much as I can, so that I can tell someone that may not know everything, you know, and kind of not meanly, but dumb it down some so that they can understand. And I feel like that's kind of what I do. And I just need to know more information, more input. The Cush NC comparable. You know, I'm not no audiophilia maniac that tries all different headphones. They sound better than skull candies. I picked up a pair of Sonys at Target. They sound relatively close, and they're around the same price point. That is Garrick. Appreciate you tuning in. Shout out to Dolores. Absolutely. Keeker. Where at? Don't see nothing. Slamology is in Indianapolis, right? Yes, Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Raceway. It's like literally 5 minutes away from the Indy 500. And we got almost 40 people in here tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Smash a like before you leave. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. Man, we got Jeff Wargo up in here. Thank you for tuning in, Jeff. Got another comment here, but I don't see it on Facebook. I've been seeing a lot of Kicker woofers and equipment on sale on Best Buy Sale Trade. Kicker, for a while, I think it was right after New Year's, they had a big sale on Crutchfield. A lot of things were 20 to 25% off, and that even included Best Buy. So I don't know if they just did that for all third-party retailers within, you know, like the big name companies and stuff, maybe not your mom and pop shops. But yeah, I noticed that too, and a lot of things were discounted, and man, you can go to Best Buy and get some CX amps, and they are great, reliable amplifiers on a budget, the CS speakers, and they even got key lock and key 200s, key technology, lots of stuff at Best Buy, man. BB Double D Digital Design Blake, thank you for tuning in. I am back. Had to grab some cookies. Hey, it's okay, man. It's okay. Gotcha. You know, it was nice though, not having to stream Friday with, I mean, obviously we didn't do Rolling Thunder either. But I got to watch MBE's live, and I'm like, man, you know, I wish I could do this more often. And I don't like taking over chats, but kind of did at one point, and it was just nice, you know, because it's just cool to see other YouTubers and be an influence on them, and you know, right back at you, bro, kind of thing, you know. And it was just it was nice, man. And new people in the chat, and I know there's a Sean guy that he was actually in the Unmasked stream from the MBE stream, wanting to watch my stream, and I'm like, listen, I'm live next, so I hope I see you, Sean. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. All right, let me scroll down here, see who we got. We got Jeff Wallace. Appreciate you tuning in, Jeff. Love you, man. Kyle Rutherford, what is going on? Appreciate you tuning in, man. Appreciate you. Hope everything is doing well for you guys. And he's in Kicker Club too, man. Appreciate you. Really do. You know, I just wish Facebook and StreamYard would just become friends so that the groups could see your names. I don't have my tablet, but I actually left it downstairs because I needed it for, you know, the website stuff, and so I can do that on my way to work. And I forgot to bring it back up, so It's okay. We got a few phones. We're okay. We still got a phone over here, phone over there. We're good. We're good on phones. Oh, man. I appreciate you guys all hanging out. And if you guys like the Unmasked show, man, just let me know. I want to see in the comments. Like, I enjoyed it. I wish they did this. They did that, and that was awesome. Let me know. I want to hear about it. That's what we are here to do. Drew Landers, thank you for tuning in. What is up? Thank you for tuning in, man. We need to meet up. I know I say this every week. You tune in every week, and I appreciate you tuning in. But it's wintertime. You know, I had a guy ask me, hey, when are the base shows? I'm like, bro, it is not base show season yet. Give me like a month. Like I'm enjoying the off season. It's like Aaron Rodgers. Where are you playing next? I don't want to talk about it. When we're there, we're there. And man, can't wait to see you at the shows and just hang out with everybody, man. The winter is overrated, just a little bit. I know down south they got Mecca all year long, man. It's insane. It really is. Straight clipping. Love the podcast setup. Great work, Andy. Thank you so much, man. And I had a lot of help and friends along the way to make it happen. Couldn't have done it without them, man. Everybody, thank you so much, and thank you. Appreciate you. Those shirts are gonna sell like hotcakes, says Garrick. You know, the shirts are really cool. They really are, and you know, it's always fun throwing stuff together with the website and whatnot. You know, and you get better at it every time. But when you have somebody that does awesome artwork like Dub, it makes it so much easier. I even got, you know, oversized t-shirts and a few other things. And man, if you guys have any questions about the merch, let me know. A little bit of kicking with Andy. I do want to do something else with it, but I wanted it to be an option where you could do it. You could get Kicking It With Andy shirts, and I believe they got front and back, and on the back it has the Living Loud with Andy. So always check out, make sure, you know, which design you're buying actually has everything on it, because some do, some don't on the back, and the price kind of reflects that, and I can't do anything about that, but I try to keep options open for you guys. Oh, excuse me. Exactly, Kibo. All the tech stuff, learning, physics, science. Exactly, man. Exactly. Dub says he's out. Peace and great show. Thank you, Dub. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Really, really do. Appreciate for all your hard work on this stuff, too. It's amazing. Blanket Buddy. Oh, man. Do you love that blanket? I love the blanket. It's comfy, it's soft. 50th anniversary. I wish they would be able to get them for everybody. I feel bad that, you know, it's not a... Go to kicker.com and go get your Kicker blanket for the Unmasked show. That would be cool, but then, you know, it is cool for us OGs too at the same time. And you're the one that asked for it, so we got to thank Cassie for those blankets. Thank you so much for tuning in. So fluffy. Exactly. It's like Kayla had a blanket kind of like that, and it was like real soft and like velvet, and Kayla actually got one too, so thank you guys for sending that out. Science is just not for high school anymore. Right, you know, I feel like I learned more about science after high school, and I'm not talking about college. We thank you. Right, but it happened. It happened, man. And it was just like, boom. And I got a call. Bill told me ahead of time that they made one for you, and he didn't tell me that I was getting one. I just one day woke up and I'm like, I got a package coming from Kicker, not on whatever, sales floor or whatever. I'm like, what is this? And next thing you know, it was the blankets. I'm like, okay, that is awesome. So they gave out a few of us those blankets, and that is awesome. I think, Travis Young got one too, man. Man, we don't even have those. I'm jelly. Ernie, you don't have a Kicker blanket. Oh, I'm telling Bill. We're going to make it happen. You listen here, Ernie. We're going to make it happen. Yeah, no inventory item. That's it. If you buy Kicker stuff and you have your email hooked up to it, it'll give you a notification, you know, hey, your package has been shipped. Hey, you know, Kicker gear. And that came up and I'm like, wait, what is that? L7X? No. Eventually, one day, I pray. One day, just a giant 18. What is 100 pounds coming my way from Stillwater, Oklahoma? I wonder. Maybe just a lot of blankets. I need kicker thermal. I thought you were going to say thermal paste. Thermal pants and shirts. You know, you could go crazy. There are ways. You could probably make your own merchandise with kicker stuff on it. Not going to lie, but you don't resell it. You know, make it for yourself. And you could the possibilities are endless with technology. And man, 25, you already know the deal. You already know the deal. Just be like Cassie and just keep telling them. Be like, listen here, we need kicker blankets, and it happens. Michael Moore, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. That is kind of perfect idea for you guys that are on Kicker Club. Just to say your name, and I'll be like, there we go. But hey, you know what? I try to do it for everyone because Facebook is more so I can reach people. You know, hey, tune in. This is whatever show we're doing today. Was slipping on the like button. It's okay, Baba. It's okay. It's really okay. And it's probably because Dave isn't here to remind everybody. And if Dave's not here, and then no one smashes the like, it's insane. It's beyond analytics. It's science and magic put together in one. An 18 wrapped in a kicker blanket for protection. Right? Yeah. You know, can never have the better packaging than someone else. You got to have good packaging, man. And yeah, I think the kicker blankets would do justice. You know, a little bit of styrofoam, but yeah, definitely some blankets, man. Right, it's not kicker authentic if you make it yourself, but yeah, I don't know. I know I don't want to blow up Sandy. I want to get Kicker Club merch for you guys, and I signed some paperwork down there, but I don't know exactly what it entails with everything. But I want to be able to have them make it because they can do way better stuff than I can, and from like my website stuff, like just the quality is not going to be exactly what Kicker can do, and you know, it is what it is. So I would rather them do it, but you know, if all comes and all push comes to shove, eventually I think we need to absolutely get some Kicker Club gear just because. And you know, you can make all kind of different stuff. But I'll get with them on that, you know, here. You know, I hate bothering people because I hate being bothered too, and my life is busy as it is already. Baba, thank you so much, man. $20 super chat for El Fuego and David. Coslick search party. Hit the like, people. Maybe Dave will get a notification now. I'm just hoping. Don't see nothing yet. But thank you, Bubba. And yeah, everyone keep praying for El Fuego or whatever you do, whatever you believe in. Hopefully he just gets better sooner than later, man. Appreciate you so much, El Fuego and Bubba and Dave. Love you guys. Thank you so much, man. Kicker cookies for Cookie Monster. That would be pretty cool. A custom cookie. Maybe I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that. That's a good idea, SJC. Bubba's always making it rain. If he don't make it rain, it's a drought, I'm telling you guys. But that's just any live stream. That's any live stream. That's why I love going into DIYs or Vegas or 12 Volt Talk, man. They're coming back tomorrow and making a super chat because people almost forget like it's a thing, you know? And it's okay, we don't just do it for the money, but it's funny how that works out. And you got to start the drizzle somehow. You got to get that storm, you know. Oh man, it does rain. It is raining today. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Let's put on the poncho. It's gonna rain. But again, I want to say 12 Volt Talk tomorrow. Make sure you guys tune in. They don't go live every week like they used to, not even once a month, so it's a special thing. Make sure you tune in to the 12 Volt Talk. I know the 14 guys are just trembling. 10.9s are like, huh? 12 Volt Talk tomorrow, Wednesday, 8:30, I think it starts. 8 or 8:30. Make sure you guys tune in. Love me some Vega and Big D Williston. Got earplugs? What is up from Cincinnati? What's everyone think about the Memphis Mojo amps? Thank you for tuning in. I missed you. It's been a little while. I see a few of you guys when, you know, everyone's life, it happens. I get it. And then you come back, I'm like, family. You know, it's okay, man. So thank you for tuning in. Missed you, man. Memphis Mojo. You know, Memphis, I don't personally have any issue with them, and I feel like that it's a good product. Man, I'm like spitting. I feel like it's a good product, and for the price, it's pretty quality stuff. And, you know, I would almost put it in the same tier as like Rockford Fosgate, Kicker JL, you know, like the name brand, popular brands. And I'm not talking Scar, just because Scar's #1 seller on Amazon and they make millions of dollars, if not $1 billion in a year. Like, it's insane how much money they make, but it's not that, you know, house product. I feel like Memphis is more that kind of brand, or even power base. But I mean, some companies, you know, they might just sell out. Who knows? It happens. You know, we think Kenwood and JVC are two different things, and they're like the same entity. So it kind of goes kind of crazy. What do you think about a brand? What do you think? It comes down to the performance and the reliability and the price. I don't know. I feel like you get, you know, what you pay for with Memphis products. I've seen their subs. I've seen their amps. I haven't looked at too many dynos and, you know, whatnots, but I feel like it's good stuff. I really do. And Mojo, when I hear Memphis, I hear Mojo, the woofers, and the amps series. So, you know, it's quality stuff for what you're getting, man, for what you're paying. Thank you for tuning in. You can never leave out Jeff Wallace. Appreciate you tuning in, Jeff. Be safe when you're driving tonight. Care, Bear, Share, Stare, #bars. That's only 4 bars. We need 4 more, Deviant. Come on. No. What's a bar? Cookie Monster looks a little tipsy right now. Yeah, he actually got knocked off when I had the kiddos playing here last Friday or Saturday, was it? They were playing The Sims and just kind of going crazy on the computer, knocking things over. I'm like, oh, but actually nothing got broken. Did pretty good. By the way, comp are loud. I love some comp R's, man. They are sleepers for sure. Mike DePoli, thank you so much for tuning in, and a $5 super chat. Hope you guys are doing well. Bubba can't be the only one tonight. Let's get the train rolling, guys. The rain train and the caboose. I'm going to have to make... Dub, we need caboose tickets. We need caboose tickets. I think that would be awesome. I know, Dub, you're probably not watching, but guys, let them know in the Discord. Whatever Discord it happens to be, let Dub know we need caboose tickets. We need them. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you. Love you guys so much. William is late. It threw off the whole show. Hey, kicking it, Kicker Unmasked After Show with Andy, your rock star. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for tuning in, Will. Man, you know, it was weird not seeing you there in the beginning. I'm like, where is Will? Will, you know, and it throws you off a little bit. Appreciate you tuning in tonight, man. And, man, it's just great to be back. Like Friday, when when you stream twice a week or 3 times, really, because with Rolling Thunder, you know, and then you don't do it one day, it kind of, it's like, whoa, man, what do I do with life? No, it's a nice little relaxation, but then it's like, come Sunday, Monday, it's like, man, I kind of want to stream. Like, you know, I just want to maul. I want to stream. And, you know, I'm just glad to be back. And then waking up this morning, new medication for my allergy stuff and stuff to help me sleep. Both antihistamines, not good to take together at the same time, and just felt a little drowsy today, but I slept great. We'll put it that way. So just happy to be back, but I was like, man, here we go. We're going to throw this show into a gutter ball. I feel a little better now, though. Art average about 2 hours, which is awesome. Great to listen in the background while doing stuff. Yeah, the Unmasked show usually goes an hour and a half now. Solid. Easy. Jay Lee, thank you for tuning in. Very educational Unmasked show today. I liked how John had the iPad, like the ThinkPad, with like drawing stuff out. My handwriting is terrible, but I feel like for that, it would be justice. I might do that down the road for things, and I think that's great because you get to show people real-time stuff. I even see some YouTube videos that got millions of views, and it's just some guy drawing something. It doesn't have to be all fancy, just to get the point across and the information to you guys, and I'm glad that you guys were able to take something from it. They do an awesome job every Tuesday. Well, every other Tuesday. Man, let's see here. Mike making it rain. Let's see. Oh, my phone actually shut down from Facebook here. Okay, let's see here. Seth, that's him, loud grandpa. My buddy Seth just messaged me. Come on, internet. I'm live, Seth. What are you doing here? 8 Carol, loud grandpa, subscribe. Let me know what you're talking about, Seth. I'm trying to get my kicker club thing going back up at the same time here too. Oh, it's Garrick. Garrick, talk to you. I wanted to throw it up. Talk to you later, brother. Hope you and Scott Dillbeck are doing Rolling Thunder on Friday. Bedtime here in Kansas. Good night, man. Thank you for tuning in. And I don't see why not. Absolutely. We'll be there Friday. Thank you for tuning in. Come on, Art. Come on, man. Got your plugs. Thank you for your info. I grabbed a few of the Mojo Pro amps. They are strappable. Can't wait to try them out. You know, I think strappable amps are pretty cool. Just because, any kind of amplifier, subwoofer situation, you kind of want to plan what impedance you want to run on each amp or whatever the situation, amp or amps or subs and configurations. But when you have a strappable amp, it's the same thing as having a 2-channel and just bridging it. It's the same thing, but there's a few more steps you have to do when you strap amps, when they're 2 external amplifiers, master, slave, and the wiring configurations are entirely different, the 2 negatives on the one, and it's just different. But it makes things a lot cooler too, because, you can get more power out of it than you normally would with the same subwoofer impedance wiring configuration, just because you are bridging it, you're cutting the impedance in half, just like bridging a 2-channel amplifier, or how a lot of guys used to do it, with 4-channel amps. I was one of them. You'd have a pair of subwoofers and you have them bridged at 4 ohms on each set of 2 channels out on the 4 channels, and you'd be at 4 ohms each, but 2 ohms each channel. And, strapping is the same thing, same mentally thing as that. A lot more, like I said, different ways and just how the amplifiers are running compared to an internal bridge than an external bridge. But I think we're pulling hairs on that. It's kind of the same thing, but it's cool to be able to have those options. When you look at a full bridge amplifier, it's already bridged. Now, can a half bridge amplifier always be strappable? I don't think so. But a full bridge amplifier is already, quote, bridge. It's full bridge. You can't bridge a full bridge amplifier. And just how the rails are going. One goes up, one goes down. It's not push-pull like the Kicker Warhorse, but that's why you get better efficiency for power, not per se, but in a way, because the rail doesn't have to go as high. It goes half the wave, and then the other rail goes the other half the wave. Compared to a half bridge, it goes way up. I don't know the topology enough to tell you guys, but just, the kind of simple basics of just different stuff. And that's why they're kind of not strappable, because they already are working in a similar fashion in a way. I don't know. I'm not amp guru guy, but, just know a little bit about a lot of it. So I want to learn. I want to get that speaker cookbook, man, just to learn more stuff. Sean Lynn, what do you think about Sundown stuff, man? I just listened to Robot Underground today about Sundown. He's been going on about it for a while. I like listening to him. He's got some things that you could take from it. And it's not that it's a bad product. It's not that it's the best product. Every product has its place. And, a lot of times you pay for a product more so just because you want the name, you want the fan base, you want the warranty, you want the quality, you want the power, whatever it may be, or all of the above. And, there's value in that. But then maybe to the second person, they'd be fine with Scar or Boss or, some other no-name brand and just kind of put together who knows what. And as long as it does the power of what they're trying to get, and it's fine for them. Sundown is a good brand. It wouldn't be so popular if it wasn't. Is it the best brand? Is any brand the best brand? No. But are there ones better than others? Absolutely. And I don't know enough about Sundown to be like, oh, they're the best. Now, if you ask me Kicker, obviously it's what I do. And I can say that, confidently, because I actually know things. With Sundown, I don't. With a lot of other products, I don't. And it's a lot of hearsay. So you gotta with the internet, you gotta literally take what you hear and don't take it to heart all the time. You know, do your own research about the brands. Look at, you know, YouTube videos. I wouldn't say forums too much. Forums are kind of last year's paper, but it's still, you can find some good stuff on forums. Just, it's a lot misinformation sometimes. So, you know, you have to go back to just doing your own research. I would stick with the YouTube stuff and, you know, just see what other people say, like how you're asking me here. And honestly, trial and error. You know, trying the product is going to be the best way to determine is if it's right for you. Is it a good product? Is it worth your money? And that's why there are a lot of YouTubers out there trying different products so you don't have to. But, you know, Sundown, you're going to get what you pay for. You know, you're going to get a big driver. It's going to be maybe not the most efficient, but it's going to move some air. Or maybe it is efficient. I don't know. Depending on the line, depending what you're trying to do and what's efficient to you. And with just what works for you. You know, and I love that question of just, you know, what do you think of this brand? What do you think of that? And the variables are endless, and it really comes down to your exact scenario and what you like and what you think is worth whatever. Because I could go and say to some Sundown guy or Scar guy or whatever, American Base or whatever, that Kicker does this, Kicker does that, and they're going to be loyal to their brand because it's, you know, that's what they like, that's what they enjoy, and in their eyes, it's the best thing since sliced bread, you know, and that is not a bad thing, because at the end of the day, why are we here? We're here because we like bass. We like driving down the street, cranking it up, having people turn their heads, looking at our cars, and enjoying that at the same time with the music and whatever we do when we go to shows and why we do what we do. I don't know about you in particular, but that's why I do it, and I love to do it. And you know, it really doesn't come down to brand as long as it works for you. And yeah, if you like a brand, like it hard, man. $500 super chat. It didn't even pop up. That'd be my luck. SJC, is Ernie around? That was a great show tonight. Thank you, Kicker fam. I don't know if Ernie is still in here, but usually he's listening on his drive home. Appreciate you, Ernie, and SJC. Absolutely. It was an amazing, amazing show. Straight clipping, feel free to reach out to me, Andy, if you need anything printed. I own base tees and own all printing equipment. Keep up the great work. Okay, so you were just on the show with Base Wars past 2 weeks. Thank you for tuning in. Didn't know that was you, and I already checked out your website. That is awesome, man. And hey, maybe we can work something out. That'd be pretty cool. We'll have to get in touch. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. See you, Cassie. Appreciate you. Thank you for the Kicker blanket idea. It's great. It's great. Oh, she'll stay warm, all right. Oh, she'll stay warm. All right, we got Double E in here. It's already full bridge. Can you do an underpass instead to get more power? Absolutely, but to around 11 ohms. And then that's your max, or you're going to clip the bottom of the bridge there. $25, he's getting mad over there. He said, I want a Kicker blanket now. Don't share any pics, please. I won't. Not one. Well, you missed the beginning of the show. If you go rewatch, you'll see it. Don't do it. Blake's about to get me chewed out here. See here. Robot constantly says half-truths that are skewed in favor of his poorly built subs, and he says them fast enough you can actually think about how dumb it is. I wouldn't trust anything he says. You know, Patrick Chandler. I've known of him before Robot Underground, or even I knew what that was, and never had a problem with him personally. And I feel like, you know, I'm not rooting for him. I'm not rooting against him either. There is content to be found, and yes, if you talk fast enough, you can sound smart. But I'm not stupid, neither are you, Blake. But, you know, and I feel like a lot of it is opinionated, and it's going to be. Everyone's words that comes out of their mouth is going to be opinionated. It's your opinion. And it's just maybe a little bit harsher of an opinion. Trust me. I don't like that, you know, hard, critical reasoning is not my cup of tea. But at the end of the day, it's still reasoning, and I get it. I get it. And, you know, I feel like a lot of it is just, you know, he's just trying to say what he feels, you know, and that's what a lot of people do, and some don't, you know, and he does more so. He just, you know, kind of no filter, man, and like, here's what I think, and it's gonna really tee a lot of people off, and that's fine. That's what you do, you know, and I'm sure, like anybody, even what I'm doing, you know, you could say, oh, he's just trying to get us to buy Kicker products, and I'm sure, you know, you could look at it, oh, you're just trying to buy, you know, his side product. I forget what it is, but he works with them. Good, cheaper company with good stuff, and I can't remember the name, but either way, that kind of stuff. And he rebuilds subs, and like how he used to work for Sundown, and it's cool to get, you know, behind the scene, maybe the negative side point of view, but it's still a point of view. But right, and you know, he's gonna tee a lot of people off, like I was saying. Hey, I don't want to get involved, but I don't want to not say my opinion either. Oh, I know, he goes after Scott every episode. I'm like, man, this guy won't leave poor Scott alone. But hey, it's the internet. Ernie says, I'm still here. I just can't see the comments. I'm driving. Voice to text. Ernie, we're going to have to get you one of those HUD displays, and then you'll be able to see. I don't know. We'll get you Alexa in your car, and then you can do that. She'll read out every comment to you while you're driving. What did 25 say? Oh, 25? Better watch it. I see you, man. Ernie sees you too. You know, there's always going to be drama. Just, there's elephants in the room here. There's always going to be drama no matter where you go in life. I just wish everybody would get along to a point where, you know, you could just be friends but not talk to each other. That'd be great. Cause you know, I hate everybody. I feel like everybody hates hate and drama, but you know, cause we got to remember why we do this, why we're here all the time, why we're doing car audio, man. You know, we have lives outside of this, and we just happen to collect here, and we all like the stuff. So it's special what we got, you know. Go back 5-10 years, it was not a thing. It's not a thing. Can we get pajamas with Sleeping Loud with Andy? You know, with Spreadshirt, it's kind of limited. There are joggers available, but it's not in the print that I like. Like the area, I've been trying to have sweatpants with a coordinating hoodie. I think that or a sweater, or both. I'm working on it. Slowly working on it. Past 2 days, I'd say about 5 or 6 hours, literally working on the website, just changing it, tweaking it, making things better, even the prices, a lot of stuff. It was pretty hard. I'm working on it. Stu! It's like Moose comes out. Stu! What's going on, Stu? Appreciate you tuning in. Evening, Jens, Stu, Stubby, Stooby-Dooby-Doo, Stooby, Stu? Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Something like that. Stu! Good evening. Highly opinionated, right? Oh yeah, absolutely. Recoil, thank you. That's it. That's the brand that he endorses, and that's fine, you know. And man, you know, if you can find something cheaper and it works for you, that's why I tell people it's not about brand, it what works for you, you know. But I feel like maybe some things where they might be deceiving. Boss, Terrariums. Oh man, yeah, here's 3,000 watts for $500. And you're like, that's great. And if you don't know how to run it, it's not going to last. But then if you go and buy a Warhorse that does that, but it costs 2 or 3 times the price, you're going to be like, I don't want to buy that. But it's not going to shut off and blow up because your electrical sucks. Just saying. So there is a hit or miss of what can, you know, what price can you get away with of what works for you in your application. Cannot stress that enough. Electro, well, Jizlama is his actual company thing. Yeah. But the Recoil is the actual one he pushes. Fancy Stark Glasses, Michael Moore. Thank you. Sundown for life. Got Double E up in YouTube now, man. We're almost at the hour mark already, guys, man. I appreciate you guys hanging out to the end. Andy, I sent you some unboxing pics, and I don't actually... Give me a second. Well, you know what? Bobby, you're going to have to wait till Friday. Because I can only have so many switches on the switchboard. And I got that camera over there, and I'm saving for maybe something. I don't know. We'll see. But I will show those Friday. Appreciate you, man. And that's why I wanted to have more switches on the switchboard. I'm out. But I like having my screen share. And I don't want to lose that. Because the StreamYard screen share kind of sucks. And then I can do all that fancy stuff. And just, you know, have all these fun cameras, man. I don't know. It's like, I was like walking into the ATM Mini and I'm like, oh yeah, I won't need more than 4 cameras. And now that I have 4, it's like I need more. And I got another ATM Mini over there. It's like, can I bridge them together? No, don't do it, Andy. You need one over there. You need one over here. Oh, man. But the bigger ATM Minis are more expensive. And it is pretty cool once you get to use it, man. I tested a recoil amp. It did way overrated a good value. Absolutely. So you did do an amp dyno on that. I do remember that now. I do remember that. I know I need to start getting on the amp dynos. Just catching up on life. Box spec for the new Solo X. They don't even have the teal small parameters yet. Teal small parameters. I always mess that up. Teal small parameters yet. So box specs, not yet. But I'm going to give an estimate of what they said and what I kind of feel. It's going to be big. And the 15, I think they were even quoting up to 7 cubes, almost 8 on its max side. So it depends what size you get. I believe the 12 would probably be around 3, just like the old Solo X, but a little bit bigger. Even though it has a stiffer suspension, and usually stiffer suspensions tend to want to have a smaller enclosure, but there's a lot of factors with that. But it just got a lot of movement, man. It has a lot of throw. And just the way it's designed, it's going to want a bigger enclosure. Kickers kind of do want bigger enclosures. Yes, they work in small, but they want a bigger enclosure. And that's the cool thing about having kicker, man. You know, you can kind of throw it in everything. And just like anything, though, you'll get better results in certain scenarios. Let's see. SJC recoil, just another Chinese ODM product. I have found videos on the products in South America. Right. You know, and that's why, like, when there was the whole Wolfram and all these other Hutchinson, and I'm like, man, you know, I know some do build some products from the ground up, but a lot of them are just copy and paste and slap a sticker on. And those ones I'm just not going to get behind, just because, you know, and that's the thing too, where that's fine and dandy. Do what you do. But then, do you have the equity? Do you have the financial power to have excellent warranty claims? You know, customer service. That's so important. I don't care how good your product is. If your customer service is lackluster, your product better be darn good so that there are no warranty claims. Or, you know, and at the very minimum, and the price should reflect that a little bit. But when it's just, you can't pay. I feel like a lot of those companies do go belly up because people, you know, blow their subwoofer because they're dumb. It happens. And they're like, well, you're burnt. You can't be like that. You got to be like, okay, we'll give you another subwoofer. And that's loss. That's loss. No matter how much you charge, whatever your numbers are of your profit ratios, you know, it's that's the part of the business people don't talk about. And I feel like you got to have a lot of equity to back that up for those times that happens. And it's just anything with running a business, man. So I don't know. I feel like that's the reason why a lot of them go belly up. And there's a lot of competition out there, man. Not gonna lie. And a lot of the guys that are stuck on a brand are stuck on a brand because their friend likes it or because they like it. And a lot of people don't always switch. Or they might try something new, and then once they kind of find what works and what they like, they kind of usually stick with it. Or they're a mutt, and they just like to try every single different woofer, and because they can. And that's fine, too. I'm not saying one thing or the other, but, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. get me going on this stuff, man. And that's fine, you know, and I like talking about this stuff because there's always a lot going on, and I don't want to make a post or a video all the time about what's going on with all these different brands and all this other stuff and get into the drama side of things, but there is a lot going on with that, especially the Wolfram. And man, you know, I hope the best for them. I'm not a person that's just like, oh man, I hope your company just doesn't make it just because you do this or you do that. But it's just, you know, I'm not going to support that kind of stuff just because it's just, you know, that's not my cup of tea, man. It's just not. And I'm happy I'm where I'm at with my products and my company, who I run with, you know, Kicker. And the same thing goes with a lot of other companies too. And that's the reason why they've been around so long. JL, Rockford Fosgate, even DD is really, you know, in my eyes, becoming a bigger, you know, brand of quality and customer service and stuff like that, where, you know, it's hard to make a good name for yourself, but it's easy to make a bad name for yourself. So, you know, it's just those companies that have made a good name for themselves, there's a reason. And, you know, sometimes it's easier to buy a product that may cost more because there's less chance. And that's the reason why people say you bought it for the name. That can go two ways, because that name is the reason why there's usually quality or trust behind it. And yes, the price can reflect that a little bit, but trust, man, it's like credit. You got to earn that stuff, and it's like I said, it's easy to ruin. It is easy to ruin and hard to gain. Oh, the head unit display. I said glasses. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get you. I get you, Mike. Appreciate you tuning in, man. I really do. Stu said, Andy, I scored on 2 IQ amps today to add to the collection. That is awesome. I was just talking to Kayla about that with the quad box like 2 days ago. I was like, if I had some IQ amps in here, I could really dial this thing in. I wouldn't have to putz with it all the time. You know, Q class, I feel, will be back. Maybe a different name, different look, but I feel like that level of sound quality, amplifiers and line, they're obviously going to come out with something again. When, I don't know, but, you know, they made some awesome stuff. I mean, you could do that, Bobby. They might break in a little weird. All they want to play is 60 hertz, you know. They won't play any of the wasted information after that. Blake said also a lot of these brands will run super thin margins at first to get their name out and then fail because they can't raise margins without losing money. Right. And that's what running a business is not easy. Not at all. And for those exact reasons. Thank you, Blake. Yes. Speakers and wall sockets make for good smells. The unique smells, like John said tonight. I was like, yes, unique. That it is a unique smell. It's a good smell. Not to be funny on it, but when that accident happened, the airbags, I haven't smelled airbags in years. And man, do Cobalt airbags smell like blown voice coils? I was like, I'm fine with the smell. They're like, man, it smells terrible. You know, guys are like freaking out. I'm like, not bad to me. I mean, it's, you know, kind of used to it. What do you think of the Down for Sound brand? Brand or distributor? Because I feel like there are two entities of it now, kind of, even though it's the same thing. You know, with everything, you kind of get what you pay for, and some you get more for what you pay for, and some you get less. And I do not have one Down for Sound amplifier, so I can't tell you. I know I've seen dynos, and dynos are only going to reflect power and maybe not sound quality of what the amp sounds like. You know, some amps do sound different. Trust me, they do. And subwoofers, it's a little bit harder to tell, but you can hear it a little bit with some scenarios. But man, you know, I feel like because I'm friends with Jacob, and from what he told me, the people that he has helped design those, you're good. It's going to be quality stuff. And now how they make it, their quality control, how that is, I don't know. But their warranty, I never had to return anything crazy. But I never really bought anything crazy either. I would have to look more at the reviews of how their customer service is. What are the people saying about it on Facebook, on the reviews of their products? I don't see anything that's alarming. Every product's going to have one guy that says it's junk, warranty service is terrible, they never call me back, whatever story. It happens everywhere. But it's not like a red flag. But it's a new product, new brand, if you want to call it that. So there are that trust factor I was telling you about, not there. You know, it's not a brand that's been around for 10, 15 years selling amplifiers. Maybe they have people working on it behind the scenes that do, and then maybe that is a thing, but it's not a proclaim thing. Like, we had so-and-so from US Amplifiers or whoever design these amplifiers, and here they are for you, a brand, a name that you know and trust. It's not, you know, it's not featured like that. But from me seeing people run them in the lanes, I've heard them. I've heard demos of, you know, 160 build walls with the JP83s. Sounded like bass to me. And I have the down for sound little boombox. Sounds really good. Now, for half the price of a Kicker Bullfrog 400 or a JBL Extreme 3, it kept up. And obviously, I did a video on it, but obviously you can hear a little bit of a sound quality difference, not gonna lie. But again, you get what you pay for. Half the price. Maybe you don't want a $350 boombox. 150 is more your range, and if you're willing to sacrifice some things, maybe it works for you. And I feel like that's where Down for Sound really fits in, where it's not the cheap, you know, like, oh, it's the Scar IX or DX or whatever it is, the entry level. And it's not the, you know, faux cow. It's in the middle, you know, and maybe one way or the other, depending on each product and stuff. And that's kind of where you want to be. And I know they didn't do woofers yet, and I know they probably won't, but maybe they will. And I know, and I've heard through the grapevine that a lot of their speakers, like their mid-bass drivers, mid-range, are actually produced from, or however that works, from Def Bounce. So there's that. And Def Bounce is that name that we kind of know, at least if you're on the western side of the world. All right. US amps coming back. I did see that. I think Derek actually posted that. Let me see here. Let me scroll down the comments. This is going to be like the comment scroller screen. Joanne Magrid, thank you for tuning in. Sorry if I messed up your name there. You think a shallow gold class is possible in the future? I'm going to just give a wild guess and say probably not. The gold, maybe they make a free air version because they had a free air and then the competition one, but I doubt even that. This was just like a one-time deal thing, and they're going to keep it going. It's not going to be like, okay, we're going to make a Kicker Comp Gold 6x9, you know, and all this other stuff. It kind of works great. Like if you run the KS speakers with the Kicker Golds, it matches perfectly, you know? And I feel like they kind of had that in mind, you know, when they were designing everything. Oh, well, we got the 50th anniversary coming up. We're probably going to do something with the gold letter. Let's change these KS speakers up so if they do wind up doing that and running that together, it'll work really good. And maybe just switch it up just because the 50th is coming up. And, you know, I just don't see them making that as a whole product line. Like if you think of the CS speakers and the CX amplifiers or whatever, like how they kind of all go together. And, you know, even the L7, the L7T, the L7S, the R, it's got different things. I don't think that they're going to do that for the gold. Like it'd be a gold S for shallow. I don't know. I just really doubt it. I really doubt it. But good question. Thank you. I know I'm about to bounce off. I don't want to keep you guys here all night. Almost 40 people still watching. That's awesome. I love you guys too, man. Thank you for tuning in. Annie, everything looks great. All cameras and sound. Catch you later. Thank you so much. Full tilt boogie. Running good. It's all that matters. Thank you for tuning in. SJC says, I am too heavy on JP amps. I know, I wanted to buy the purple one. I think it was the 400 by 4. Wanted to buy the 800.1 with the 800.4, but, you know, just one thing at a time. We'll get there. We'll definitely get there. I need some down for sound stuff just to try. I like the boombox. It worked out great. John, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. You did great tonight. Man, I really wanted to see the subwoofer go. The speaker worked though. A little bit of smoke. If you ever watch Garrett Claridge, that's all he does is blow up speakers, and he actually tunes in here. I love seeing that stuff. It was great. Good topic too, you know, and you actually got to show the people why a speaker clips, what happens, you know, electrical clipping, physical clipping, you know, and just stuff of how a speaker cools down, and, you know, stuff people don't really realize. No, that's going to be a one-off. Yes. No shallow speakers. You heard it first. Facts, 50% off, gonna get 100 count kicker cups. Dude, you can do it, man. My last order of kicker stuff, I bought 6 more kicker cups. You know, because it's like you always leave that water bottle beside your bed and then it becomes like 10. That's my kicker cup. So, you know, I always got to have one for the stream too, man, you know, so. Appreciate you guys so much. Big D Wiz has his own song now. Yes, he actually does. I am going to play that because I seen that on I seen that on Facebook, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Oh, this is echoing. Hold on. Okay. Oh, where is it? Here it is.
Chill. It is what it is. Yo, genre, bitch. Yo, this shit my heart, don't listen. Yo, y'all bump that shit too hard. Got Big D Wiz in the trunk. Bump that shit too hard. Got Big D Wiz in the trunk. Bump that shit too hard. Got Big D Wiz in the trunk.
Oh. Way to go, Miguel.
In the trunk. This shit think reckless. The way we live too rough. Shit, I gotta testify.
Now, side note, I think it clips. Like how you guys were talking about today, John. Yeah, I think it was not recorded well. It does not sound great on the quad box at all. But it says I got Big D Wiz in the trunk, and that's all that matters. It's all that matters. Oh, no background music. No bueno. It still plays in my ear, you know. That's what's nice about this Elgato Wave. I've always liked about it. Because even when I'm streaming with Scott, well, now Scott takes the background music, so it works now. But if I jump on with anybody else, I still got my background music on. It's a little secret. That's why I'm always like, you know, bebopping. Why is he bebopping? He's got his Living Loud with Andy music on. Let's see. Sorry, excuse me. All right, I think we're good. Let me check to see if we got any last questions here. Ernie, appreciate you coming in here, commenting. I'm not done it, but I would suspect it has a suspension to run an infinite baffle. Right, because it has a lot of throw to it too. And I don't know, it just gets down on not much power. And I think, you know, just the way how it just sounded and worked in that enclosure and not much power, you know, I feel like it could work IB. I'm just not an IB free air guru, not at all. I don't know enough to say, oh yeah, you could use this or use that. You could use any woofer. How well is it going to work though? That's my opinion on it. And I think it would work probably okay, you know, even like the kicker comps, but they don't have that much throw. So, you know, how much output are you going to get? I feel like throw kind of is, you know, important on that, just because you don't have the ability to throw a ton of power. You're not getting any kind of, you know, amplification from an enclosure other than your vehicle. And if you have a completely infinite baffle, you're not getting any. And, you know, maybe that's what you need. I don't know. Would it work? It might work. All about common sense? Absolutely. Blake, definitely going to lose out on power handling. The real question is if it's going to sound good without the box air spring. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you, Blake. Justin says I need to get my hands on some of the gold letter subs. Dude, they sound great. And, you know, it reminds me of the kicker comms on steroids. Like the power handling is a little bit more. But, you know, if you just look at it, you just got to look at it and say, would you just look at all that throw? Like, you just got to look at it, and you just know it's a good woofer, and it's going to sound great. And it does. I still need to put it in the Eclipse, which I need to do. It's kind of cold outside, but I need to throw that in there with one of the CX 1800s and burp it. I bet you it does a 4142 on like 6, 7, 800 watts all day. Maybe more. I don't know. It did a 152 in the port on 200 watts. So when I'm putting 1,000 to it, it might get a 44. I don't know. That's really, because the JLW3 in that box in my Eclipse that had a floor, which kind of helps, but maybe it hurts compared to a stock cabin. And this being the trunk might help a little bit better. I don't know. I feel like it should be able to do a lot better than a W3, just because that's why this gold letter is, you know, amped up. It doesn't take a lot of power, but it's got the throw of a CAVX that takes almost twice the power, in my opinion. And if you can be louder on less power, what's the difference? What is the difference? If you can be just as loud on less power, why does it matter how big your coil is, how big your motor is, if you can be just as loud on less? And that is the kicker way, and it just, you know, man, I feel like they would do great in actual competitions, just like the old ones did, man. Kicker cups, you can mount your mids in them, right? You know what? Definitely could probably put the 3 1/4 in here. Maybe the 4. I don't think they have a 4. They have a 3 1/2. Yeah, I think the 3 1/2 would fit in here pretty good. I don't know. Giving me ideas, man. Don't do that. All right, cool. Maybe I need to do a show on recording dynamic compression and lossless or lossy compression. Right. You know, I feel like at least I love the testing stuff and explaining the, you know, kind of details of audio. And I think that'd be great because, you know, so many people go to YouTube and they don't even think twice. But if I'm playing DJ Rusticles on YouTube and I'm playing DJ Rusticles on the same song on my Apple iPhone, that's okay, maybe it's not a FLAC file, but it's a hardline connection, it's not streaming, it's not compressed, I'm going to get louder and my subs aren't going to get quite as hot because there's less just of that clipped compression happening. And it's hard to be like, oh yeah, it's way better, but honestly, it just sounds better. The mids and highs are more there. The dynamic is more there. It's not compressed. So, you know, it just sounds better. That's the easiest way to put it. So I think that'd be a great topic, John. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Appreciate you tuning in. Really do. It's great. Night. Oh, just highlighted everyone's comments there. That's weird. Night. Potato chips hitting the sack. Appreciate you tuning in, Ernie. Get some sleep. Glad that you made it home safe. Yeah, I know we are about to end this. Okay, cool. I'm like pretty much caught up on the comments. You talking 12 or 15? Thank you for tuning in, though, 302 Fox. Appreciate you guys. It is tricky to rock a rhyme. Okay, now you guys are giving me tongue twisters. Where's SPL Johnny? He's actually over here. You talking about Johnny 5? All right, cool, guys. Well, I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you tuning in. Man, I will see you guys Friday, and shoot. Next Tuesday, make sure you tune in, Kicking with Andy. You know the deal, you know the schmeal. Appreciate you guys all. And, of course, I'll catch you at the caboose. Stay living loud. Get tricky, 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 tricky. I know that. Clippy, clippy, clippy. Turbo for the win. You're absolutely right, Blake. If you ain't clipping, you tripping. You ain't clipping, you tripping. And you know what? I like a little bit of clip. It's totally fine for me. And I think it sounds okay. As long as it's a little bit louder, it's all good. You know what? Cornut is not early. He's coming. He's coming with a snipe. I see it coming. I see it coming. Double E, appreciate you. Baba comes in early for Ashy, Larry, El Fuego, Dave K, and a John K. Search parties, but Cornut tries to slip in with the caboose, but Mike is gonna take it. Great show, Andy. Good night. All winning the caboose. It hung up. I love you guys. See you Friday. Stay living loud.